So was this your first time in Massachusetts, or?
First time, man. First time. And being a California boy, going straight to the East Coast, dude, it took, I learned some hard lessons, man. There'd be like a few mornings where I would go coach at Carter Park at like the 5:30 a.m. class. And I'm like, fuck, dude, how do I scrape this ice off the car? I'm like using my bare hands to like get the snow off. Hands are like getting numb and stuff. So I had learned very quickly, go buy a snow scraper, a snow shovel thing to wipe all the snow off. And it took me about a week, and then I kind of learned the ropes of living out here in Boston.
Yeah, were you
But yeah,
shitting
the
your
weather
were you shitting your
the
pants
weather
when it
is the one
snows?
thing. Oh yeah, yeah, I definitely shat myself a few times, especially driving. Driving in the snow for the first time, I was tripping balls a little bit, worried about like swerving around on the ice and stuff. But after a while, I got used to it pretty quick, so it was fine. But the one thing I learned a lot about being here is the weather is super bipolar.
Hmm.
There'd be times where I'd wake up, sun's out, it's beautiful, feels just like home, like maybe 50, 45, it's not bad at all. But then like a couple hours later, clouds start rolling in, starts raining, and then when I'm leaving the gym, it's fucking snowing again. It's just crazy.
Yep, yep, yeah. It's just, yeah, like I said, like spring and summertime is probably like the best time. But like the only problem is like you literally only have 3 months worth of like good weather, pretty much there.
Yeah,
So
luckily I'm here. I was told it's going to be pretty nice while I'm here, pretty much. So
yeah,
won't
well,
be
that's
too
good.
bad.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
you walked into CrossFit 1977 with those like action figures painted on those walls, like what did you think about the gym and everything?
Uh, Lindsay will probably laugh because she really thinks your gym is like kind of just not too much to brag about. But I think it's a cool gym. It definitely has a vibe, and that's like one of my favorite things about just seeing other gyms around the country and stuff. It's just every gym is different. It's always cool to see how they do things. But yeah, the superhero mural, it sets the tone and the attitude of the gym. I really dig it. They have an amazing community there, beautiful people, and like I literally could not. I'm such a community person, and I couldn't be more just humbled and just proud to be able to represent them and represent those people, getting to know them for the 2 months that I was here. They're incredible, amazing individuals. They were super sweet to me while I was here, super supportive of me. Um, and yeah, I just couldn't thank that community enough. So I'm really excited to go out and represent them at the East semis this year. It's gonna be a blast.
Nice. Yeah, and the box in Chelsea too is really done nice too with the brick
Dude,
wall
that
and
is a
everything. Yeah.
dope. That is
Yeah.
a dope gym. It's a really small gym, but they make it work, and it's really cool. Because when I say small, it's pretty small. Like if we have a class of 6 or 8 people, it gets pretty crowded in there. And then sometimes I'll have a class of like 12 people, and to like make them fit in that gym, like it somehow works. It's kind of beautifully set up where they're able to hang their rowers and their benches on the walls.
Hmm.
So it just kind of frees up a lot more floor space there. And but that's another really fun community to get to know and be a part of. They're also just super supportive and super young and very like vibrant. Like the energy there is very young at that gym. They just had their 5 year anniversary like the last day I was here, so I got to celebrate that with them. Super cool. Everyone there has literally only been doing CrossFit for like 2-3 years.
Oh, that's cool.
Been training with their head coach there, a guy named Damien, goes by Coach D. He another young cat. Want to say he's only like 25, 26. But the dude has got like so much potential. He's a young bull for sure. Stupid strong guy. He just needs to like get a little bit more experience in the CrossFit world, and he's got some potential too if he keeps at it. So it's been really cool getting to know both communities. They're awesome people there.
Yeah. So when you coach, like obviously you're a new coach at like all these gyms. So how do you kind of, run the classes and like make sure that these people actually like, know that that what you're talking about is correct, pretty much.
I mean, having my experience, I mean, I've been coaching since 2015, so it's pretty. It, I mean, sure, I'm sure you can attest to this too, but it's pretty easy to recognize a young coach versus an experienced coach right off the bat. So I go into it pretty confident. I don't ever get really too nervous in terms of being in a new situation like that. I'm a pretty extroverted person, so it doesn't take much for me to want to just kind of like stand out and be basically the commanding figure of a room. So it's kind of cool being able to bring my just ways of coaching and how I kind of do things. And I think they all appreciated it very much. I kind of stole this idea from that I originally first saw from a coach at my other gym that I used to be at. Her name's Brittany Brooks, stud Olympic weightlifter. She had this fun way of kind of just setting the tone of the class. She'd always
Hmm.
have something what she calls a question of the day, where she just it has everyone introduce themselves, even if they all already know each other. And then she'll just always have like a random question of the day just to have them just, you know, kind of a good icebreaker for the day. So I kind of took that and started implementing it at the gyms here because I'm like, well, one, I'm the new guy here. I don't know any of these people. I want them to get to know me a little bit too. So it was kind of an easy way and fun way for me to, one, remember their names because I'm really bad at remembering people's names. So that I'd always have them introduce themselves. And then plus it was just a fun way for us to get to know each other, coach to members. And I think it was also kind of a cool way for them to get to know each other further because I'd always have like just these quirky questions like, hey, do you think aliens are real? Or if you could take a time machine. One of the favorite ones is if you could take a time machine and go back to any historical event, what would you choose? So it was always kind of fun to hear people's answers and stuff. So in terms of like bringing my coaching mentality to a gym and making sure that they kind of could trust me
Yeah.
as a coach, that's never really an issue, especially once they like were asking me why I'm here and my reasons, and I tell them like, hey, I'm doing CrossFit thing, I'm here for the Open, trying to make it to the games, hopefully the semis, and they kind of like then get the idea that you're a high level athlete, like right away they just want to pick your brain and trust that you know what you're talking about stuff if you're out here competing,
Yeah.
taking your life, to move across the country for it.
Yeah. So do you do like any of your your clients or whatever when you're coaching the class, do they talk about like, what does it take to be in the CrossFit, games at all? Or like do they have like any ambitions of doing that other than like that Coach D?
Yeah, they never really express too much ambitions, but they definitely express a lot of the man, what's the word I'm looking for? Like fan gazing and stuff, where like they would just like ask me about a lot of the things like I've
Hmm.
competed at, if I've ever met any of the level athletes out there and stuff like that. So they would like, ask me those type of questions and kind of like fanboy out a little bit on the higher level athletes and events out there.
Yeah. So did anybody like see you as a coach when they walk in, they're like, oh shit, it's Pool Boy.
No one recognized me here. No one, no. My social media following did not bring me out here.
Oh,
Although embarrassingly enough, I did have someone recognize me at the airport that I was at. What airport? It was the Denver airport. I had someone come up to me and introduce themselves, and that was. I mean, it was cool. I don't want to say it was weird. It was weird for me because I just think of myself
yeah.
as a normal person. Like, why would anyone want to follow me on Instagram, anyways? But that was kind of a funny experience.